Okay.
All right. I'm Ian Bladergroen, York Revolution from Savannah, Georgia, and I play first base.
So I'm going to actually go right into some kind of non-baseball related questions for you, so we can getting to know Ian. Of what accomplishment in your life, on or off the field, are you proudest?
I'm most proud. I guess it would probably be non-baseball related. I met the woman of my dreams. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that. My first long season of pro baseball, and she and I got married about a year and a half ago, and that was just a wonderful day for both our families. She's my best friend, and she's been such a rock, both on and off the field for me. So I guess marrying her has been one of the biggest things for me.
Well, I have to say, having had the pleasure of meeting her as well at the Atlantic League All-Star game, very, very good answer.
Yeah,
very good taste in
She
women.
is a sweetheart.
What do you think you'd be doing if you weren't playing baseball?
If I wasn't playing baseball, and I imagine, at some point every athlete comes to that crossroad, whether you're Roger Clemens, Brett Favre, these guys. Eventually, you gotta hang up the spikes. And I think for me, firefighting is a passion that I've always had, and I'm actually taking the steps now that if and when it comes around, I think that's a course I'm going to look forward to. I got a bunch of buddies back home. My brother actually just went through the fire academy, and I think it's something that's real appealing to me. Not only the schedule, but the male camaraderie. It's pretty similar to a baseball locker room, seems like, in a firehouse. I think firefighting is probably going to be the direction I take.
So when you were a little kid, did you have like the little red hat and the little
Absolutely.
fire truck?
Ever since I was a small guy, I just wanted to be a big leaguer. I always wanted to play in the big leagues. But there's always been something in the back of my mind that's been appealing. Seeing those boys run around big red trucks, and I think that's somewhere down the line I'll probably end up being a firefighter.
How does your wife feel about that? Because that's a little kind of high hazard, scary thing.
It is, but she's, like I said, she's so supportive in everything we've run into so far in the past 6 years we've been together, and I think she's. It's a little more appealing schedule than being gone for 5-6 months at a time in a baseball season. So, you never know what the future's going to hold, but we're excited.
Do you have creative outlets or hobbies or things you do in your spare time that help you just sort of get away from baseball?
Yeah, actually, I guess one is as a token, I play golf as much as I can.
How unusual for a baseball
I know, it's crazy, right?
Savannah's a nice place to do it though, in the off-season.
We're kind of spoiled with some of the courses around there. But then I took a side job with my father-in-law and doing some financial analyst work, and I can do it in my spare time. So it kind of gets me away from thinking about balls and strikes every night. Just crunching some numbers, kind of getting a completely different, aspect of, just using my brain in different situations.
So you can give us some stock tips here, or in this day and age?
Actually, I think the stock market's something I'd like to dabble in eventually.
Okay, we got it all coming in and doing a little bit of heckling here. No, it's okay. So, what hidden talent do you have? Everyone's got a hidden talent. So, what's yours?
Hidden talents?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a great question. I really don't. I might be very boring if I can't come up with something. I guess I'm kind of a movie quote connoisseur, and which is a big help in this clubhouse because it's one thing we've said since day one. You gotta have thick skin to play in this clubhouse. Nobody is off limits, and we go pretty heavily on movie quotes. I would say when we lost Val Majewski, it was a big part. He was a giant movie quote guy, but I'm a big fan of movies, and I don't know, I guess my sense of humor kind of plays out. So. What's your favorite movie that you've seen recently? Have you had a chance to get out? Recently? I don't know how recent The Hangover is, but I love Vegas, and I think that movie's hilarious.
So, complete this sentence. It would surprise people to know that I
it would surprise people to know that I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, I guess. That's quite a different part of the country in Albuquerque. It's a real laid-back atmosphere. My parents decided to move back when I was in 5th grade. And I guess ever since pro ball, I've been back on the East Coast, but growing up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, I think I kind of adopted my laid-back personality out there. And I guess that's about it, yeah.
So is it true that everybody's a Lobo? Woof, woof, woof.
My brother actually graduated from New Mexico, so he's a Lobo. I'm a junior college boy, so not me.
What's the worst job you ever had?
Worst job? It was actually an off-season job a couple years ago. I was doing, it was like a maintenance manager for a restaurant, just working in the mornings. And I remember at one point telling myself, baseball better work out because cleaning toilets is the worst, for sure.
Now, do you get a chance to watch TV? Do you have any like guilty TV pleasures?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Okay, guilty TV pleasure.
King of Queens and Entourage, big Entourage fan. If you can't tell by my walkout song, which is the Entourage theme song, but
so you guys do get to pick your walkout song.
we do here. Okay. We get to pick a couple. Some guys take it real serious. Chuck Geralman, I guess he said he had like 27 songs last year. They kind of shut him down this year and keep it to a limit, but
based on like hot streak, slow streak.
Yeah, oh yeah. As I'm sure you know how superstitious baseball players can be, and taking 0 for 10, 20, whatever. Probably going to be changing a few things up, including the walkout song.
Do you have any superstitions in particular?
I am.
Or would it be bad luck to tell?
Really ridiculously superstitious, and it's something that's funny because I'm a Christian, and I believe that God is the ultimate influence in my life, but you can't help but be superstitious. You play 140, 50 games a year, and when you get on a hot streak, you kind of like to keep it the same. I got everything from drinking the same amount of water to the number of swings on the on-deck circle to my silly bands little guys give me. I traded silly bands on Sunday. If I get some good ones going, those are going to stay on.
Okay, I get that.
So,
I love the flick down.
Yeah. I know, that's sweet.
So, if you could trade places with one person, who for one day, who would it be and why?
One person. Wow, that's a great question. If I could change places with one person, maybe, I don't know, Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, okay.
The Hollywood scene is something I've never even had a taste of, but I think Hollywood and movies and acting, that's just a whole different world. I can try it out for a day.
Who is the most unusual or unique person you have met in your pro career?
I would say the most unique person, probably one of the best guys I've met in my years of baseball, is Matthew Lecroy, when I was in Lancaster 2 years ago. Just an unbelievable person. Great. I mean, the kind of person you want to be around. And to have the opportunity to spend 6 months with him, became pretty good friends, and I got to learn so much about the game from him, and not only the game, just about carrying myself and the kind of person he is. He's contagious. He rubs off on people. He's a great guy.
Now you're playing in York now. You played in Lancaster. What's your favorite aspect of playing up here, playing in this organization for this ownership group in this area?
Yeah, it's definitely been a blessing for me. When I got released, I wasn't sure how to. I hadn't really had any contact with independent ball. I wasn't sure what to expect, and I got in the league through Mr. Klein. Joe Klein got me in with the Road Warriors at the end of '07, and since then I've been with Lancaster and now with York. And I think the biggest thing about being up in this part of the country is just how serious the fan support is up here, and I mean, we've been blessed to have this kind of stadium, this kind of facility to play. And I mean, I've been in affiliated ball in places where stadiums aren't this nice, and the fan support's not that great, and so it's been really fun. Obviously, you're still hanging around playing this game. You want to be in the big leagues, but to be in an independent ball and have a situation like this, I mean, we've been really blessed, and we're enjoying it this year. We're winning, and the fans are supporting us, and it's been really nice.
Great.